Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 exact moments that ruined TV shows.
Hello.
That's it.
That's it.
No, I don't buy it. That is not the reason you made us listen to this.
For this list, we're taking a look at some of the precise events in TV shows where they were either ruined or began to decline in quality. Naturally, since most of these involve the plot, there will be spoilers ahead. If you think we ruined our own list by not including some moments, be sure to tell us which ones in the comments. Number 10. Deb Catches Dexter. Dexter. While there are plenty of points where this show about a serial killer is said to have gone off the rails, such as its infamous finale, the proverbial nail in Dexter's coffin came earlier. The season 6 finale sees Dexter's adopted sister Deborah catch him in the act of murdering the season's villain in a church.
Maybe everything is exactly as it should be.
While on her way there to confess her very non-sisterly feelings for him.
You told me you accepted me being a killer. I feel like if you love me, you'll accept this.
If I loved you, I went to the church that night that you killed Travis Marshall to tell you that I'm in love with you.
Still kinda gross, but moving on. Although Deb learning the truth had a lot of potential, all it really did was put a character who had already gone through the ringer in earlier seasons through even more trauma and damage the one consistent relationship Dexter still had left on the show. Number 9. Lois and Clark's first wedding. Lois and Clark, The New Adventures of Superman.
Well, we're getting married in 4 days, and I've never been happier in my life, and every time that things are going great between us, something happens. And I just know that something bad is gonna happen to mess up our wedding. I just know it.
Will they or won't they romances are tough to pull off, and mixing them with superheroes is doubly difficult. Nevertheless, Lois and Clark managed to pull it off, at least for its first few seasons. While the show could certainly get ridiculous in the ways they managed to stop the two leads from getting together, nothing beats their first attempt at getting married, which is disrupted by Lois being replaced with a frog-eating clone and a further story arc involving amnesia.
How are you feeling?
Fine, I guess. I'm sorry, do I know you?
Ugh, not even Silver Age comics were this cheesy.
Don't be ridiculous. If I give you the gun, I can't shoot Lois. Duh.
You're not going to shoot Lois. You're not going to shoot me. You're going to give me the gun.
Okay, they were, but this was the 90s. We thought we were past that kind of thing. Number 8. Connor and Cory. Angel. While Angel's son Connor remains a polarizing figure among fans of the show, it isn't until season 4 that he actually helps ruin it.
Let's give Cory a little space. It's not like the world's gonna end right this second.
One episode sees Connor and Cordelia, his father's on-off love interest, have sex, which starts a literal apocalyptic event. Not only does the event herald doomsday within the show, it also marks the downturn in quality from then on. Granted, the next season does shake things up, but by then, the shine was off the apple. Also, it's just really disgusting. Cordelia knew him as a baby, and while time travel means he's technically of age, Cordy is possessed at the time, so she isn't really consenting to it. Number 7. Season 2 and Beyond. Heroes. This superpowered drama had one of the most pronounced sophomore slumps in all of TV. After telling a mostly self-contained story of ordinary people with superpowers coming together to save the world in Season 1, Season 2 meandered through several new and often unresolved plot points, before ending abruptly due to the writer's strike. The show never really recovered from the blunders made during Season 2, and seemed to flounder for a direction. Like, we love Sylar, but the villain should have died at the end of Season 1, not stick around for the whole show.
I almost forgot how good this feels.
Cake.
Number 6. Eric leaving. That 70s show.
Down the street.
This 70s themed sitcom may have been hanging out with a whole gaggle of teens and their parents, but let's be real. Eric Foreman was the protagonist. So when actor Topher Grace departed the show at the end of season 7, that 70s show was left without its central character.
But I've accepted that you're leaving, and I'm ready to let you go.
Oh, Mom.
Although the rest of the cast forged on without him, season 8 was just a mess, with a ton of plot lines that fell flat, like Hyde's stripper wife or Jackie and Fez getting together.
Our first kiss has to be romantic and spontaneous. And as a guy, it's your job to completely plan that out.
I hate being the guy.
Sure, Eric returned for the finale, but by then, the 70s were over.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Number 5. Sherlock's under-explained return. Sherlock.
It really bothers you.
What?
What people say.
Yes.
About me, I don't understand. Why would it upset you?
This modern update of Sherlock Holmes started strong, with engaging spins on old mysteries and the great chemistry between its two leads.
Maybe deciding
Deciding?
whether to come back with a warrant and arrest me.
You think?
Standard procedure.
Should have gone with him.
However, the season 2 finale, which saw Sherlock somehow fake his death by jumping off a building, marked a turning point in the series. After years of fans obsessing over how he did it, the show returned with half a dozen possible versions of how it happened, none of them definitive, which many saw as the creators thumbing their noses at the fanbase.
What? Are you out of your mind?
I don't see why not. It's just as plausible as some of your theories.
Look, if you're not going to take it seriously, Laura, you can...
I do take it seriously.
This unfortunately began a trend of increasingly incredulous twists that had fans longing for the early days of the show.
But he's dead. I mean, you told me he was dead, Moriarty.
Absolutely. Blew his own brains out.
Number 4. Cliffhanger bait. The Walking Dead. Depending on who you ask, The Walking Dead has either always been a shambling monstrosity, or it's more of a recent development. However, most will agree that the finale of season 6 was a breaking point.
Broke the rules, so folks had to die. The one who fired the first shot, we strung him up to make an example of him. Could have stopped there.
The protracted finale builds towards the confrontation with Negan, who then murders one of the group before a cut to black.
Taking it like a champ!
The blatant manipulation of the audience's care for the characters meant to keep them hooked for the next season soured many fans on the show. And the fact that one of the two men killed, Glenn, had already received a fake-out death earlier in season 6 felt especially gratuitous.
You can breathe. You can blink. You can cry. Hell, you're all gonna be doing that.
The moment showed fans that deaths were just stunts, rather than a way to progress characters or the story. Number 3. The Mother Dies. How I Met Your Mother.
I'm serious. I like this girl. So here's the deal with the deal. Robin's my new best friend. Nobody bangs her.
Hey. She only rejected me 3 times. She's still very much in play.
Although the entirety of this sitcom's final season raised a few eyebrows, given that it's mostly set over a few days, it's only in the show's last episode that fans declared it had been ruined. After getting to know and coming to love the titular mother, Tracy, fans were heartbroken to learn that shortly after Ted finally meets her, she later died of an unspecified illness. While this was bad enough, the follow-up reveal that Ted still has feelings for Robin, whose wedding to Barney had been the focus of the season, made it feel like the creators were shoehorning an idea planned years ago that no longer applied to the characters.
And that, kids, is how I met your mother.
That's it.
That's it.
No, I don't buy it. That is not the reason you made us listen to this.
Number 2. Literal cork. Lost. This complex, mystical, mystery-focused show was divisive and much discussed throughout its run and even today.
You want to know a secret, Jack? Something I've known a long, long time? You're dead.
But the final straw for many occurred in its finale. In an earlier episode in the final season, the mysterious island's immortal projector Jacob describes the location as being like a cork preventing evil from spreading to the rest of the world.
Cork is this island. And it's the only thing keeping the darkness where it belongs.
Fair enough, it's a neat metaphor. However, some fans could not help but facepalm when the glowing source of the island's magical powers revealed in the final episode had a literal cork in it. We're all for striking imagery, but even the show's diehard fans have to admit that's a little on the nose. Before we get to our top pick, here are some honorable mentions. Charlie's death, 2.5 Men. Sheen may have been winning, but without him, the show started losing.
Hello.
The Carver reveal, Nip Tuck. Rarely has a twist been so obvious and so ridiculous. William's parentage, The X-Files. Just when you thought the smoking man couldn't get any more creepy.
Mulder's not the father. I'm asking, who's the father?
I am. William is my son.
Jack Bauer's family are terrorists, 24. The guy's a terrorist magnet.
Your co-workers, they're all dead because of me. I arranged everything. I set the timetable. I paid off the killers.
His name isn't Michael Vaughn, alias. What a twist. Just kidding, it sucks.
Vaughn, what are you telling me?
Well, for starters, my name isn't Michael Vaughn.
Want more Mojo? Ms. Mojo produces original, high-quality pop culture-related videos on all your favorite movies and shows. Plus, celebrity news, fashion, lifestyle, and more.
Hey guys, it's Phoebe with Ms. Mojo.
My name is Sam.
My name is Eliza. And I'm Emily.
I'm Rebecca, and welcome to Ms. Mojo.
If you want videos on all the best reality shows, teen dramas, Disney movies, and sitcoms, be sure to check out Ms. Mojo for new videos every day.
Number 1. King Bran, Game of Thrones. Season 8 of Game of Thrones is largely agreed upon by most fans as being a step down from the rest of the show.
In velipasma tetostaur. In vrapa tolvio vio ninrontirederat. Tolvrio pregelat.
Still, while the exact moment it was ruined is up for debate, we'd argue that the last straw was probably the election of Bran Stark as King of Westeros.
Will you lead the Seven Kingdoms to the best of your abilities from this day until your last day?
Why do you think I came all this way?
At best, the kid spent the last few seasons as a passive observer, which made him boring. And at worst, he used his powers of long foresight to manipulate those around him, causing mass murder to ascend to the throne, making him unsympathetic. Either way, fans felt like they and Westeros deserved a better story than Bran.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from WatchMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.